Sometimes you feel as if there is an invisible burden in your life. Although some people around you may smile at you, they leave behind a strange fatigue and a suffocating energy inside. They might not openly harm you, but every word, every glance, even their silence slowly exhausts you from within. The Roman philosopher Seneca warned, "Be careful with whom you spend your time, for the thing that affects your soul the most is the state of mind of the people around you." This is not only about friends and loved ones, it can also be colleagues at work, certain family members, or even people you follow on social media. The silent influence of toxic circles can control your life if you do not recognize them in time and set boundaries. Now let's explore step by step, with Seneca's wisdom from thousands of years ago, how we can break these invisible chains. If you find this Stoic journey on the topic interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. So together, we can bring light to more people's lives. Throughout our lives, we meet countless people. Some give us love and support, while others, knowingly or unknowingly, plant seeds of doubt about ourselves. And unfortunately, in most cases, the human brain tends to focus more on criticism than praise. Meaning, 10 people might say, "You did a great job," but one person's words, "You didn't succeed," can echo in your mind for days or even months. Centuries ago, Seneca said, "How people see you is not who you are. It is a reflection of their own state of mind." This may seem simple, but it is a life-changing lesson, because often we value ourselves based on how others rate us. If someone belittles us, we think it means we are truly worthless. But this is far from the truth. It is important to understand that toxic people, especially those who feel powerless or dissatisfied themselves, feel better by putting others down. It is a kind of psychological defense mechanism, casting their own darkness like a shadow onto someone else. If you accept the words of such people as truth, you are actually attaching their inner pain to your identity. Imagine someone tells you, "You are not good enough." This thought is not about you. It says a lot about the shortcomings and fears they see in themselves. For a person who knows themselves, others' opinions pass like the wind. Knowing your own strength and value creates a kind of armor against negative words directed at you. Seneca said, "What matters is not what others say, but what you are." To know yourself, ask yourself these questions. What are my values? What are my strengths? Which principles will I never abandon? Answering these honestly will help you reject the false images others have of you. Your worth is not in your diplomas, the money you earn, or the likes you get on social media. Your worth lies in staying honest during difficult times, in your willingness to help others, and in your loyalty to your principles. Sometimes the greatest strength is doing nothing. Responding or reacting every time is not strength. Often it just means wasting our emotional energy. Seneca said true strength is the ability to stay calm. Toxic people often act with one goal, to drag you into their chaos. They know that if they can irritate you, you will react emotionally, and then they start controlling your state of mind. Silence sometimes says more than words. When someone wrongs you, they expect you to get angry or go on the defensive. But when you stay calm, the expected scenario breaks. This confuses them and gives you the advantage. Silence is also a sign of self-respect. At that moment, you are saying, "My energy, my peace, is more important than your negative words." The real way to protect your inner silence is to keep an emotional distance from the other person. Emotional distance is not just physical distance. It is a kind of inner fortress, meaning when someone says negative words or acts harshly, you watch this wave from the shore, not from within. The wave cannot knock you down because you are not inside it. This requires daily practice. Ask yourself, what will change if I don't react emotionally right now? Count inwardly. When you feel angry or want to respond, take a deep breath and count to 5. This gives your brain time. Observe yourself. Watch the other person's behavior. As if you were watching a movie, this is the easiest way to create distance. Many people think that staying silent means losing, But in reality, silence is often a victory because you have controlled yourself while the other person has not. True strength is holding yourself together at the moment. Your nerves are about to explode. Seneca said, "If someone makes you angry, they have power over you. The only way to take that power away is to not give the reaction they want from you." Imagine a co-worker constantly mocking you or belittling your work. If you respond every time, you become part of the game. But if you stay calm and keep smiling while continuing your work, that person loses their influence over you because you have refused to play the game. Why is creating emotional distance important? Because toxic people target your emotions to control you. If they cannot make you angry, they cannot control you anymore. When you protect your inner calm, neither what they say nor what they do can bring you down. Creating emotional distance sometimes means stepping back even from people you love. This can be difficult, but remember, if you don't protect your peace, no one else will do it for you. Silence is sometimes the strongest answer. The best response to those who want to make you shout is to remain calm. Seneca called friendships the food of the soul, because the people around you, just like the food you eat, either strengthen or weaken you. If you fill your body daily with toxic foods, your body slowly deteriorates. The same goes for your soul. If there are people who nourish it, you grow and get stronger. But if those around you constantly spread negative energy, you crumble inside. We often say, "I am who I am." But in reality, we are often the average of the people around us. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, blame others, and have no goals, you gradually fall into the same state of mind. Because energy is contagious, both positive and negative. Seneca said, "Pay attention to whom you associate with, for their character will influence yours." Therefore, you must recognize the people who nourish your soul. Soul-nourishing people are those who make you feel stronger, calmer, and more inspired when you are with them. They are those who believe in you and support your goals. Those who show you how to improve instead of putting you down when you make mistakes. Those who celebrate their successes as if they were yours. Those who listen to you without competing in conversation. If you have such people in your life, spend more time with them. Talking with them is like feeding your soul vitamins. You also need to recognize the people who poison your soul. Sometimes toxic people don't hurt you openly. They constantly speak negatively, complain, criticize others, but never work on themselves. Every minute spent with them feels like a piece of your soul is taken away. People who poison your soul, constantly criticize you, diminish your achievements, always draw attention to themselves, tire you with their negative thoughts. Remember, these people may sometimes be friends you've known for years or close relatives. To reduce their influence, it is important to create emotional distance. What does clearing your environment bring you? More energy and motivation, clearer thinking, healthier relationships, reduced stress. As you cleanse your surroundings, more positive people begin to come into your life because you become ready to receive that energy. I can also suggest practical steps for you. 1. Evaluate your friends list. Take a paper, write down the names of people close to you, and note next to each whether they increase my energy or drain my energy. 2. Change how you allocate your time. Spend less time with energy-draining people and more with those who boost your energy. 3. Seek new environments. Join events related to your goals, reading groups, courses, sports clubs. Find environments that nourish your soul. You are like a tree. If your roots are in polluted soil, growing will be difficult. Move your roots to clean, nourishing soil and watch yourself flourish. Now I want to talk about an important matter. Remember the moments in your life when you felt most exhausted. Most likely those moments were when you worked excessively, said yes to everyone's requests, but completely forgot yourself. As you try to adapt to everyone, you begin to lose yourself. Seneca said, "A free person is one who is not a slave to others." This is not just about physical slavery, it also refers to emotional and psychological boundaries. If you yield to everyone's wishes, You gradually hand over control of your life to them. Why is it hard to say no? Because when we say no, we fear hurting the other person, being disliked or criticized. Sometimes we feel responsible for others' happiness. But remember, you are not responsible for everyone's happiness. Saying no is not selfish. On the contrary, it is a way to protect yourself and maintain your strength. If you don't consider your own needs and boundaries, one day you will find yourself exhausted and burnt out. Boundaries are invisible walls that protect your life. Boundaries create a healthy balance in your life. They allow you to direct your energy properly, protect yourself from negative influences, spend more time on yourself and your goals. Setting boundaries does not mean removing someone from your life. It means changing the nature of the relationship and protecting yourself. How can you set boundaries? 1. First, be clear about what you want. Define your values and limits. If you don't know what you want, others will decide for you. 2. Speak clearly and calmly. Express your boundary with phrases like, "I can't do this," or "This is not suitable for me." 3. Be consistent in your decisions. Saying no once and then yes later weakens your boundary. 4. Don't feel guilty. Saying no is not meant to hurt someone, but to protect your well-being. Seneca teaches us that to be the master of your own life, setting boundaries is essential. Otherwise, everyone will use your time, energy, and attention for their own desires. Imagine an acquaintance who constantly asks you for favors. Every time you say yes, they want more. One day when you say, "I can't help anymore," at first they will be upset, but eventually they will understand that you are protecting yourself. By setting this boundary, you protect your finances, peace, and respect. Saying no is sometimes a more compassionate choice than saying yes, because it is kindness toward yourself. Seneca said, "Happiness is not outside, it is within." These words carry the wisdom of centuries, but often we forget and even go in the opposite direction. We search for happiness, comfort, and peace far away, outside, in others' approval, material possessions, or success. But true peace is inside, deep within our soul. Moving away from toxic people and negative environments is not just physical distance. It is a step that brings you peace and inner balance. In fact, it is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Every day, many choices come before us: who to spend time with, who to open up to, whose energy to allow in. These choices can sometimes be difficult, especially when they involve people we have known for a long time or love. But remember, your life, your peace, and your comfort are not in others' hands. You must take the steering wheel of your life. It is your right to decide who stays and who leaves. Seneca said, "If you find inner peace, you will have won the greatest victory of life." Protecting your soul is the greatest investment. Sometimes people focus too much on material wealth, career, or social status. But if your soul is not peaceful, even if your body is healthy, happiness is far away. Protecting your soul is your greatest asset. Ways to protect your soul include having sincere daily conversations with yourself, keeping your inner dialogue positive, finding calm through meditation and breathing exercises, creating emotional distance from people who harm you. Why is inner peace important? Because when true peace is within your soul, external negative influences cannot shake you. Words and ill will of toxic people, even the difficulties you face in life, cannot break you. Inner peace is your stronghold against life's storms. It empowers you, brings clarity to your decisions, and lays the foundation for loving life. To take control of your life, 1. Listen to your inner voice. Sit quietly for a few minutes every day. Notice your breath. Observe your thoughts. Try to understand how you feel about yourself. 2. Identify what you want to change in your life. What causes you stress and drains your soul? Make a concrete plan to move away from those things. 3. Build strong boundaries. Learn to say no to toxic people and sources of negative energy. This is the best way to protect yourself. 4. Develop positive habits. For example, writing a gratitude journal every morning, spending time in nature, or reading your favorite books increases inner calm. Seneca reminds us that the greatest wealth in life is inner peace and freedom. The outside world is constantly changing, but the silence and harmony within you can remain unshaken. Protecting yourself and your inner peace is the most important project of your life. Therefore, free yourself from toxic cycles, take the wheel of your life into your own hands, and start your happiness from within. Breaking free from toxic cycles sometimes means making the hardest decisions. Sometimes it means reconsidering relationships with people close to you. Other times, stepping out of your comfort zone. But remember, every time you choose yourself, you guide your soul, inner peace, and future toward a healthier and happier path. Great philosophers like Seneca also remind us that the most precious wealth in life is inner calm. When you value protecting your inner peace, your life will become clearer, lighter, and more meaningful. This path is not easy, but it is the most valuable one. Every small step is a step toward finding your freedom and holding your life in your own hands. Thank you for watching so far. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your words might become a turning point in someone's life. See you in the next video.